Caregivers and who currently receive child support grants are now also eligible for the social relief grant that's been extended until March next year. President Cyril Ramaphosa announced this and other relief measures to try to ease hardships faced by millions of citizens. Struggling businesses will also be assisted. eNCA senior reporter Aviwe Mtila joins us now to give us a little bit more on this. Aviwe, good afternoon. Well, these announcements have been made. I mean, people are wondering, where is the cash coming from?
That's the big question, isn't it, brother? And especially to an economy that was already struggling pre-COVID-19. On top of the COVID-19 pandemic, there is also the lootings and the riots that we've seen over the last number of weeks, which have deepened the economic woes of South Africa. So the question is, where is this money going to come from? But the Chief Investment Officer of Marquette Fund Managers seems to believe that while it wasn't budgeted for, there is money available. The taxman last year collected 38 billion more than he was supposed to collect in December. That was announced in the February budget. And in fact, Aviwe Mtila suggests that while we are in a deep economic situation, things aren't that bad, mentioning that the economy hasn't even slowed down as much as we had anticipated it to slow down, but the money is there, according to Aviwe Mtila. Let's just listen in on that.
Yes, it's true, the money was not budgeted for, but given that as by end of December, when it comes to our tax collections, we collected almost 38 billion more than we thought we would collect. So I think they will tap into that. But yes, could that money be used for other things? Definitely. But it also shows, that we've got this poverty kind of a thing that we definitely need to deal with it. So that's where the money will come from, because we collected more than we thought we'll collect, as it was stated in the February budget.
Okay, well, that's a little bit of extra from SARS. Maybe they will dip into that. And, in April, Aviwe, we were reporting how sad and concerned many groups were, especially in the NGO sector, when that 350 Rand COVID-19 temporary relief was stopped. And now it's going to be resumed until March next year. I wonder what many of these lobby groups are saying following last night's announcement by the president.
Well, they feel bittersweet about it. For example, the Black Sash Advocacy grouping welcomes the decision to extend it to those unemployed caregivers on top of the social grant, that the child support grant that they already received. But they say that more could be done. It can't end at 350 Rand, something that they say they'll still advocate for going forward. I mean, in some of the malls that I've been visiting around Vosloorus and some of these shopping centers there, where you see a lot of the employees just sitting around now, hoping to be part of those 350 Rand social relief of distress grant. I mean, the site that we saw there, some of them cleaning up the shops, not sure of their jobs, if they'll still have employment when all of this dies down. And in fact, they're worried that the damage that was done, for example, at the Naledi Mall, where the roof, entire ceiling was burnt off, some of the shops moving to nearby areas. But the difficulty will be to cater for those employees, given that there's already staff complements at the various shops that the various shoppings are moving to. So some concerns raised by groupings such as the Black Sash Advocacy. Just listen in on that quickly.
We are very pleased with the announcement, especially with the fact that caregivers are entitled to also receive this grant, especially because 95% of caregivers are women, and they were unfairly discriminated against by not being eligible for the grant before. So this is indeed significant, but we are disappointed that the amount is still 350 Rand, as Black Sash has been advocating for the grant to be increased to at least 585 Rand, being the food poverty line. So we look forward to how the grant will be implemented, and are pleased that obviously that it's until March 2022, but we will still continue to advocate for there to be permanent social assistance for the unemployed between 18 and 59 years as we work towards a universal basic income grant.
That comment there from Black Sash, ending that report this lunchtime by Aviwe Mtila. Thank you very much, Aviwe, here on the Midday View. Let's remind